I'm gonna come down some here. As a matter of fact, let's switch to this one. All right. Good morning. If you're in for the first time today, hello. And if you did the class before this, I'm gonna say welcome back. This is a good um, comeback from the original class. If you took the one online, you kind of know how the format goes. It's going to be silent until I figure out how to put some music in. You hear my rain sounds going in the background because that's how I relax, either that or needle slow music. But I'm going to choose rain sounds this morning. But you do whatever you want in the background that helps you relax and puts you in your place of calm. Okay, today is, as the title says, restorative yoga. As I explained in my free class, restorative yoga is usually just about 5 or 6 poses, and hold those for a long time. But I made this very beginner friendly. So for the sake of not really knowing what to call it, it's as close to restorative yoga as I can get. But it's also just a general standard beginners yoga class that you should feel super relaxed after we're done. All right? And I'm still going to be so relaxed, I'm going to shower and go back to sleep because I'm done working for a while after this. I have to go teach another class this evening. So this will be good for me to go back to sleep for a little bit. I'm going to turn the rain sounds down just a little bit. So I don't know how they're affecting the sound over here. We're going to start this morning's practice in a seated position. And as usual, we're going to start with breathing. So I want you to sit however you're comfortable, whether you're cross-legged, lays out in front, or lie back, whatever's comfortable. Cross-legged is my choice. Okay. And very relaxed, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice. Out through the mouth. Nice. And big breaths, making sure that we extend. I feel like this is still a little bit too loud. Let me know other feedback or emails if that rain sound is too loud, because we'll fix that later. And big breaths in. With eyes closed and just focusing on breathing. When you're breathing, making sure you expand the lungs, make a nice expansion of the belly. When you expand the belly, it makes for a nice deep breath. We can get as much air in as possible. And still keeping the breathing in mind, I'm going to take the right hand to our left ear. Give it a nice little tilt over. Maybe I should turn to you so that you can see me a little bit better. I don't know. And same thing on the opposite side. Still in tune with my breathing. Good. Everyone, give it a little turn to your right side. And same thing on your left. I don't have my yoga block with me at this very moment, but I will let you know how to make some modifications as we go along. So if you need to use a pillow or a blanket if you don't have a block, use those two things. And feel free to use modifications. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use this as a stand-in for my block for right now. Just so I can show you where the block goes, but I probably won't use it. Everything will be kind of on the floor today. And I'm kind of getting it off because I like the way that feels to my hips. Everything will be on the floor, so there won't be any standing poses here. I just want to kind of get you nice and loosey and relaxed, okay? All right, so let's start. I'm going to turn back around this way. Well, we already started, but we're going to continue. So we're still on breathing. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to make sure my chest is up and my shoulders are square. I'm going to roll my shoulders back, and I'm just going to lean forward as much as my body will allow. Now, I'm still working on my forward fold, so I can't really go down as much as when I'm standing and gravity is taking me down. So I'm working on it when I'm sitting. A good way to work on that is to make sure that you're bending through your hips. I want to put my hands right by on the sides of my legs here. And as I take that breath in and I exhale out, I'm going to make sure that I kind of push a little deeper into my stretch, still making sure that my chest is up. Still making sure you're taking nice, big, deep breaths. And we're going to come up nice and straight and shake it out a little bit. And let's go ahead and flip it up. Flip it over onto our knees. And this is where the real practice is going to come in. Okay? So I like to give it a rock a lot because you can give yourself a nice little muscle massage a little bit, especially if you're sore. You can kind of get yourself into these positions. Like this is kind of giving a nice little stretch and massage to my quads. So that's why you'll see me rock back and forth sometimes. All right, so we'll get up on our hands and knees. Making sure that our hands and wrists are right up in line with our shoulders and our knees are about hip width apart. I'm going to go to cat-cow. For cow, we're going to go ahead and dip the abdomen down and head goes up. I'm taking a nice deep breath in, filling the lungs with air. And as we arch to cat, exhale. And we'll inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Go at your own pace. When it feels good, you don't have to go exactly with me. This morning's practice is nice and gentle. And a couple more breaths. And we're going to come back to a nice neutral spine here. And with the hips, I'm going to spread my knees out just a little bit, almost where they're mat length. And we're going to bring our butt towards our heels. Stretch forward, and we're going to set child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Still taking nice big breaths. Make sure to stretch those hands out. And if we're doing this, you should get a nice active stretch in your inner groin area. If your knees are spread out enough. So you're not feeling that stretch in your groin, you can go ahead and widen your knees just a little bit and making sure with your hands that you're actively pushing your butt back. So I'm not just kind of resting with my hand on the floor, but I'm also taking my hands and actively pushing back just a little bit. And that way, my belly is right between my thighs here. When I take that big breath in, I can feel my belly move. Just a few more breaths here. I have a few alternate modifications to this. If you want to take and stretch your arms out as much as you can, and then once your elbows are to the ground, you can take your hands and put them on the backs of, on the top of your upper back. And what that'll do, as your elbows are gripping the ground, that'll stretch out your triceps. Right, so that's one variation. Or you can take your hands and put them right behind you and kind of lay to the side just a little bit. And that'll actually put a little bit more pressure on the groin if you want more stretch. Or you can put your face this way, whichever is more comfortable. Just a few more breaths in child's pose. And we're going to slowly come over to our all fours again. Now that you're on your all fours, you're going to tuck your toes under, and we're going to get ready to push up and back into downward dog. So let's go straight up, and let's make sure that everything is in line. And I can't get my words out. Let's make sure that everything is in line upper body wise. So shoulders and everything. So as long as you're kind of clawing your hips down and actively pushing back, that'll make everything go nowhere. If you're a beginner, you can bend your knees down for this. That's perfectly fine. But otherwise, kind of give your legs a little pedal. And we're going to try to work the heels towards the floor a little bit. But this is a gentle practice. So if you feel, if this morning you're not feeling like extending your legs as much, you can keep them bent. And if you need to take a break, just drop down to child's pose. And then come backwards, okay? I'm really pedal to kind of get my hips involved. Now, we're going to do a little transition into a pigeon pose. So what I want you to do is I'm going to bring the legs up just a little bit. You're going to extend the leg straight up, and then you're going to thread it through. And look at that, we're in pigeon pose. All right, so the alternate, the counter modification for pigeon pose here is going to be that you can bend your back leg here if you're not ready to extend. I like to tell my students how to work their way into extending that leg back and then work their way into turning it. If it's still a little bit uncomfortable, this is where you can take your pillow, your blanket, probably not your yoga block. Yoga block may be a little bit too high and too uncomfortable to sit on, but just like a little pillow or something. And we put it up under that sit bone, and that'll help you to relax into that hip just a little bit more. Okay. If you don't need it, that's fine. You can take it out. But that's just a little help. But a pillow or a blanket or something like that is really great. Making sure that heel, the heel of your foot is in line with that left hip. Your shoulders are square and everything is facing forward. And we're just gonna fold forward. I'm gonna use my pillow for this. I'm gonna make it a nice relaxing environment. So I find that sometimes pillows and blankets make it a little bit more comfy. And we're still breathing. Just a few more breaths here, we'll release the jaw. And we're gonna lift up here with hands on the ground. We're gonna go ahead and drag back out. Twirl it back onto all fours again. Tucking the toes up again. We're gonna go back into downward dog. Straight up. Actively push back. Make sure the upper body is in a nice line. Pedaling just a little bit. We won't stay here too long because we already put up some time. And the same thing we do with the right leg. We're gonna take the left one straight up. And we're gonna thread it through. Okay, and this is kind of my harder side. So you might see that I'm bent a little bit more. And I might actually, for this side, um, have my pillow 80 so that I can kind of rest into that hip just a little bit more. And I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna make sure that that heel is in front of my hip. Still making sure you're breathing, expanding the lungs. I'm gonna actively push down to get my hips towards the floor. You do not have to do that, okay? I wouldn't actually want you to do that if you don't know where your hips are supposed to be placed, because I don't want you to push too hard. So just kind of go wherever your body wants to go. I just want to get that little push because it helps with that stretch for me. I'm gonna go down to the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and lift up here. And we're gonna bring it around to where we're sitting on our butt again. And I'm gonna shake it out a little bit. I have a little pop over there. All right, so now, back to legs in front. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I forgot what I'm going to practice. Heels are together. I'm going to do a nice little butterfly pose. So you can stay here. I don't recommend pushing down. Just let gravity do its job, and just relax and breathe into it. The more that you relax and breathe into it, the more that allows gravity to kind of do its job. And we're breathing. And if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, instead of pushing down, you're going to just extend forward just a little bit and then through the hips. So I'm not ready to do that yet. Um, I find that a good way to progress and practice effectively is to just be aware of what you're ready for. Because if I'm not ready to forward fold yet and I try to force it just like this, then I'm not actively engaging the muscles that need to go. And so I'm not actually progressing, I'm just kind of forcing weird parts of my body. So this is as far as my body allows if I go and fold over from my hips. But as I continue to do that, I'll be able to stretch a little bit deeper. Then we're still breathing in because enough for now. I'm gonna keep my chest nice and tall. And still my butt again. I'm gonna grab my thumbs up and make sure I can keep time. So I don't have you here too long. I'm gonna be long on my word, but I'm gonna scoot in towards my butt. I'm gonna recline back and just relax here. This is reclining goddess. And you might see me, like I said, rock a little bit. And they're nice, gentle rocks, nothing aggressive. If you like the sound of rain or beach waves, you can kind of pull them up on um, Apple Music or something like that. I think it's a good alternative to music or whatever. A lot of times with music, I can't focus on the poses because I'm sitting, so sometimes this works for me. I'm going to bring these together and back. Just go ahead and give those knees a nice little hug. Relaxing the shoulders down. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, and squeeze this. Hug nice and tight. Hug with your forearms, but still try to relax your shoulders. It's going to be kind of hard to do, but it'll be thinking about how your body is positioned and what you're doing. So I'm going to relax my shoulders towards the mat, but I'm just going to use my forearms to pull in. And I'm going to release, knees are together, hands out to either side. And I'm just going to drop the knees down to the right. Still breathing. One thing that you might often hear if you take other yoga classes is that when you breathe, to breathe into different body parts. Basically, it's supposed to just get you thinking, in my opinion, it gets you thinking about that area that's supposed to be stretched. So if I would say for this to breathe into that left side, it would help you to relax and kind of sink down and let gravity do its job so that you don't have to force it. Now we're gonna lift up and we'll switch to our other side. Breathing into that right side, that right hip. You're gonna bring your knees up and together a little bit. Um, and we're gonna keep them up, and I want you to give yourself a little rotation there to the right. Okay, so you're gonna go around, and you're gonna lightly let your toes tap the ground. And that should be a nice little massage to your lower back, but it's also gonna engage your core a little bit. It's gonna make you work just a little, but not a lot. If bringing your toes up off the ground is too much, you can just leave your pointed toes, leave them on the ground, but I find that you get a little bit more of a massage. Um, Actually, if you leave your toes on the ground, you want to just rock left to right, and you'll get that same massage in your lower back. But if you want to engage your core at the same time, you can just go around in a circle. And then if you're doing a circle, make sure that you change directions. Switch it up whenever you're ready. If you want to switch from rotating to rocking, that's fine too. Nice little lower back massage. And I'm going to stop nice neutral spine. We're just going to extend the legs out straight. And we're just going to focus just on breathing here. In through the nose. You can make a noise to make sure you're breathing out. And we start just relaxing the breath. While we're here, if there's any clothing, I don't article of clothing that is uncomfortable, go ahead and adjust that because I don't want you to have to focus on that. If you want to elevate your head with your pillow, elevate your neck with your pillow, you can do that. If you use a blanket, you can either elevate your head with a blanket, you can even cover yourself with a blanket if you're feeling a little bit chilly. This is the point in which I want you to make sure that you're nice and comfortable. So whatever you have to do to get comfortable. And focus on the breathing, eyes closed. I'm going to start with the focus at the top of the head, really the head in general. If you're feeling any tightness or tension in the head area, I'm going to take a deep breath in, exhale that out. Go ahead and let gravity take your head down. Good. And we're going to focus on the neck and the shoulders. If you're noticing any tension in your neck or shoulders, go ahead and take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax and let gravity take it down, sinking into the floor. And then move our focus to our upper back. If you're noticing any tension there, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Breathe out, settle in, let gravity take you down, and relax. Moving down to our mid-back, mid-spine. If you're feeling any tension there, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Let gravity take you down. I'm going to pay attention to our arms, our wrists, and our fingertips. Big breath in. Big breath out. Relax those body parts and let gravity do its job. Relax down. Moving down to our pelvis and lower back areas, hips, butt, anything around the area. If you notice that your butt is clenched or anything, and take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax into the floor and let gravity do its job. You're going to start feeling the weight of gravity on top of you, just kind of covering you and coddling you as you melt down. We're going to move down to our knees and upper legs or thighs. And same thing, breathing in, breathing out, sinking down as before. Now we're on to our ankles. Ankles are nice and relaxed. Gonna breathe in, out, relaxing to the floor. Now we're moving to our feet, heels, arches, and toes. Breathe in. Big exhale out. Feel the weight of gravity on these feet. Do a double check, scan up and down the body, make sure everything is nice and relaxed. And we're just going to focus on taking those nice big breaths. As you're breathing, if you're having a hard time focusing, go ahead and in your mind just count down from 30, 29, and so forth. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start working out of um, your little relaxation here. I want you to come up whenever you're ready. Just kind of let the muscles wake up. Don't try to get up too fast. I'm just going to start working from the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and end the practice here. If you're not ready to get up, um, lay as long as you need to until you're ready to come up. Um, yeah, whenever you're ready to start your day. Um, I hope you enjoyed the practice, and if you have any comments or suggestions, make sure that you go to livefit180.com, go to our contact page, and leave any feedback that you have. And as usual, after the practice is over, I will send you the link to be able to do this as many times as you want to throughout the next 7 days. And I will see you at the next class that you attend. Thanks for joining me, and bye-bye.